Have you ever been told to break out of your shell or come out of your shell? This is a phrase many HSPs and introverts will have heard, as if the shell is a problem to solve rather than a natural, valuable, vital part of who we are. I'd love to know if you recognise yourself in any of these descriptions. The eggshell is the obvious one that we do eventually break out of, but it can't be forced. You know, it might represent a period of healing, of learning, or self-discovery. It's a space where we can process experiences and prepare to face the world on the other side. Then we might think of the turtle shell. This is a permanent home. It's got protective and practical characteristics. It assists us and allows us to cater to certain needs that would go unmet by the external environment otherwise. And then what about the hermit crab shell? So hermit crabs don't have their own natural shell, but they cloak themselves in other vessels for protection and definition. They move out of one when they outgrow it and go and find another one. And we might think of this as some of the ideas, the beliefs, the communities that we move between. And each shell can look completely different. And then there's the snail shell. So a snail's spiral shell grows with them over time. Layers build to form both a home and also a record of their life, with each new layer representing this development. So the shell isn't simply a barrier, it's also a reflection of a life lived through time. It's a body of work. And then the oyster shell. So these are hard and solid protective exteriors that shield the soft, vulnerable interior. They can be challenging to get into from the outside, and over time they transform irritants like parasites and grains of sand into pearls. So this is where we might turn pain or adversity into art, into stories, into ideas that connect with and help others heal in their own lives. Then there's the clamshell. So clams have two-part shells that open and close, allowing them to control the level of openness that they want to have in any given situation. They can recognize sources of life-giving oxygen and potential threats to their energy, opening and closing to the world accordingly. And then finally, the nautilus shell. This is a series of chambers, each representing the spiral of growth, which integrates past iterations into the present structure. And this displays life as a labyrinthian artwork, with every room telling its own story of becoming. So no, not everybody needs to come out of their shell. Many of us need our shells in order to be who we are. It's how we prepare, it's how we play, it's how we create, it's how we connect. So to deny people their shell is to deprive the world of the incredible potential that grows within each of us in our own unique way.